Hello and welcome to part 2 of Play to Learn by Good Beginnings Daycare and Preschool. Last week we were exploring what play is and how you can use play to develop your child's emotional skills. This week we're learning about play in relation to language. We're going to start with exploring the language development in small children. We're going to then go on to how you can have language development through simple games and songs. And we'll conclude with exploring different ways that you can question with your child and extend the play. So language at 3 months. When you're 3 months old, your baby will listen to your voice. They will watch your face as you talk, trying to understand the relationship between the words that are coming out and the sound that they're hearing. They will start to turn towards other sounds and voices and any music and start to react. Many babies at 3 months mainly prefer the voices and the music that they heard when they were still in the womb. And by the end of 3 months, most babies begin to start to make a little bit of a noise. These aren't words, but instead a cooing, a happy, gentle, repetitive vocalization. At 6 months, your baby will begin babbling. With this, they're trying to explore sounds. They're not trying to actually make any words, but they're just exploring. Mainly, they're using repetitive words. So these will be words such as baba, dada, mama. Babies at this age can respond to their own names, so it's important to be using their name as much as possible. They can recognize their native language, so they will be able to know which language you are speaking in. If you wish your child to be bilingual, it's important to be speaking to them in different languages from a very early age. They can use their tone of voice to tell you if they're happy or upset. Those are the main areas that they will be able to tell you, because at this age they're mainly either happy or upset. At 9 months, your child will be able to start to understand a few basic words. They'll be able to understand no, no, and now, oh, perhaps I shouldn't have done that. And yes, yes, with an encouragement. And you'll find that many babies at this age can understand bye-bye, bye-bye, and be able to start moving their hands to wave. They may also begin to use a wider range of consonant sounds and tones of voice, so that you'll be able to hear much more of a wide range instead of just the same as you heard earlier. From 12 to 18 months, most babies can say a few simple words, and they actually know what they're saying. Earlier on, they didn't know, they were just exploring. But now many babies can say mama, dada. And they can also understand your short one-step requests. So please put that down. Don't walk there. Don't do that. Just because they understand doesn't mean that they won't do it, but they do understand. And babies at this age like pointing out familiar objects. So you can point to all sorts of things. You can point to, where's the television? Where's the television? Where's mummy? Where's daddy? And they will point to the things that are very familiar to them. At this age, they won't be able to point to a lot, but they will be starting to get that idea. Things that are familiar to them, they will be able to recognize the word. At 18 months, you will find that your toddler can say several simple words. They can point to people and objects as well as the body parts. So you can say to them, Show me your head. Show me your eyes. And you'll find that they are able to respond. And although it seems very simple to you, you'll find that your toddler really enjoys this. And they can repeat the words or the sounds they hear you say. So you might say to them, okay, apple, sunshine, ball. Which one was the last one? And they can reply, ball. At this age, you'll find that your toddler often leaves off endings or the beginnings. So instead of saying dog, they might say door, door. It's important not to discourage your toddler at this age and instead try to understand as much as possible what they said. So if they say door and they're pointing at the dog, you can understand, I think he meant dog. And you can say, yes, that's right. It is a dog. At 2 years old, you'll find that your toddler can start to string together a few words in order to make a very, very small sentence. It's not actually a sentence structurally, it's more of a small phrase. So they might say, Mommy, bye-bye, or me milk. And so when they're talking to you in these short phrases, you respond using a whole sentence. So if they say, me milk, you can respond, oh, so would you like some milk? I'll just go to the kitchen and get some for you. Come on, come with me. By hearing you responding with full sentences, you're teaching your child the structure of sentences, the grammatical formation, and you're expanding their vocabulary. At this age, as well as learning about objects, such as television, fan, cup, they're starting to learn about abstract ideas, such as mine. If you remember from last week, sharing is difficult at this age, so this is a word that they pick up very quickly and start to understand. Some sounds might still be hard. So, for example, many children of this age will say a w instead of a r. So they may say wed instead of red. It's important not to discourage them and just say, yes, you're right, that is red. By hearing you say the word correctly, but using it in a positive way, you'll be encouraging your child. At 3 years old, you'll find that their vocabulary is expanding rapidly. They're starting to explore and pick up a lot of words, and you're starting to have much more of a conversational aspect, much less of the guesswork that you had with the younger children. As we explored last week, make-believe is a very important part of a child's life at this age. And so, when they're playing with all this make-believe, they start to learn about symbolic and abstract language rather than just objects as previously. So they'll start to learn words like now, later, before, and they'll start to explore feelings like sad and happy, and spatial concepts like in and out, beside. So make-believe play, as we explored last week, is very important in encouraging not only the emotional development, but also language.